'Tis the season to be happy. La 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 la. He wasn't prepared for that reaction. I wasn't prepared for that response.
Ay, tapos na yung light mo, Max.
Anyway, to repeat. 'Tis the season to what?
La 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 la. To jolly.
To make New Year's resolutions, of course. Can I just ask, how many of you have ever made a New Year's resolution anytime in the past?
In the past.
Anytime in the past. How many of you have experienced that just 1 week or 1 month into the new year, you've already broken all of them? Well, welcome to the club. I hope to convince you tonight that you may be able to keep your New Year's resolution more effectively. And that would be my mission tonight. To do that, let me go into the principles of New Year's resolution. One is in relation to this Spanish proverb, habits are first cobwebs, then cables. Can you imagine yourself being tied by someone using this cobweb-like substance or element?
September 1.
If it happens, you can easily break free, right, from such a flimsy material. But that's equivalent to the habit being in its early stages. But supposing someone ties you up with this steel cable head to foot, it won't be as easy, right? You can strain all you want. You still won't be able to do it. That represents what habit is like when it's already in an advanced stage. So our first principle is it can be super tough to break a bad habit. And you need to be fully committed to doing it, and having a good strategy won't hurt. Second principle, I recall my father who had a heart attack many years before, and he almost died, and apparently he made the resolution that he will never eat lechon again, or whatever the doctor told him not to eat. And for a long time, I did not see him eat those foods to be avoided. So the second principle is pain makes you want to change. The third principle, unfortunately, the memory of pain doesn't last very long. It can fade away into the distance. And like for my father, after a longish while, I saw him eating lechon again. And all the other foods to be avoided. And he eventually died of diabetes complications at the, I think, young age of 76. 16 years before my mother, who died at 92 years. So pain is forgotten and will not motivate you anymore later on to avoid what should not be done. And fourth principle, we're smart enough to know we should do this or we should not do this. But then we also have emotions that tell us, I want to do this, I don't want to do that, right? And whenever mind and emotion are in conflict, guess which wins? Almost invariably it's the emotion. So, knowing all these things, what's the antidote or what's the strategy? One thing is guard carefully what comes through your mind, because it's the gateway to your emotions. Like for example, whenever I pass a newsstand that displays tabloids, which has on its front page naked women, I quickly avert my gaze. I don't want to stare at them because I know that it will take me to a direction I don't want to go. The same way with those trying to avoid lechon. Don't go to a buffet or a gathering where they serve it in the first place, so you are not tempted. And don't stock it in your fridge, that lechon or something that you want to avoid. You may be trying to convince yourself, I'm not going to eat it anyway, but you're only fooling yourself. Before you know it, you're already gravitating towards that source of temptation. And another antidote, and this is the one I mainly want to share with you. I discovered that one very effective thing is to bring the pain to the present. As you recall, we said that the pain can fade away to the distance if it already happened far enough in the past. But what I do is I formulated a strategy wherein I penalize myself for doing things that I decided are not wise for me to do. I have this document here wherein I tabulated all the things I don't want to do. If I do them, I have to pay out a certain amount. It goes to anybody I wish, but not to me, except to me. And like for example, I decided that drinking 10 glasses of water is important. So if I miss 1 glass of water in a day, I have to shell out 100 pesos. If I don't wake up at 4:30 a.m., which I decided is good, then I have to pay out 5,000 pesos to whoever. I give it to anyone I wish. And and you know, this is not once have I violated this because I don't want to lose 5,000 pesos. And I'm very much more satisfied with how I live life now. In fact, my only regret is, why did I not discover this method earlier? I could have accomplished much more with my life. And you know something? I think I estimate that I've given away close to, or more than 250,000 pesos because of this system that I have. But I don't regret it. It's worth every cent. Some may think it's crazy, but I have plans to live up to 120 years of age, in full health at that, like my model Moses of the Bible. So how much does it take to be sick nowadays? To have cancer, or to maybe I heard somebody whose life savings was immediately wiped out when she got sick, $1 million pesos or more. So just by being able to avoid these diseases, I feel very lucky I have this system that I've discovered. And so I would like to say to everyone, if you pick up something from my talk and it convinces you that it's good to apply in your own life, then do so quickly, because each of us has only a very brief time on this earth. And so I would like to wish everyone Happy New Year, and advance Happy New Year, and advance Happy New Year's resolutions.